Man, why they slow? They slow, they slow. Moving slow today, moving slow. All right, y'all. We finna get started. Don't want to hold everybody up. Don't want to hold everybody up. Yeah, you can throw that away this time, son. All right, y'all. I'm sorry, my son over there's cooking. So tonight is 6 months. We 6 months in the year, guys. The year is almost over. The year is almost over already. We halfway done. We halfway done. So knowing that, I kind of decided that I wanted to try and talk about a little something different. Right? We went over this. I know Mr. Terry went with us when we went over the first couple times, and I don't think Ms. Troy was around when I went over it before. But goal setting, right? Kind of want to go over goal settings. If we don't know where we're going, if we don't set a goal, if we don't think with the end state in mind, where are we trying? What's the end state, right? What's the end state? And the most important thing is know where we're trying to go. And if you don't know where you're going, where you going? How you know you got where you're trying to go, right? So it's crucial and it's important to put yourself in a position where you know what's going on, you know when you meet your goals, and when it's time to regroup and revisit another goal. If you haven't had a chance to research The Secret to Success, I want to say, The Secret to Success, I want to say that's the name of it. I have to look at it. Jenny, what did I text you the other day? What's the name of that thing I texted you the other day? Okay. All right, I'm not gonna go over all this stuff. You should know who I am by now. Patrick Tugwell. The Strangest Secret. The Strangest Secret. All right, research that one. Google search it. The Strangest Secret.
The Secret.
Yeah, the Strangest. Yep. Research that. Google search that one. Check it out. It's awesome. That's kind of what put my mind to go ahead and go here with this. Usually at the first beginning of the year is when I do this class on goal setting, because everybody want to go and say, hey, it's a new year. I want to do a new year resolution, whatever they call things now. However, I personally say, hey, what's my goals for this year? And I sit down and then I break it down to quarterly. What do I want to do in each quarter? And then you go to a monthly, then you go to weekly, then you go to, hey, each day, am I working towards my goal? And that's how you get more done and achieve more, right? So that's the first step. Define your why. You need to figure out why you're doing it. That's your motivation for it. We want you to be, you want to be successful. Hey, I want my kids to go to the best school. Why do you want your kids to go to the best school? That's your goal you set out there, but why, right? In real estate, you have to figure out, I want to be rich, or I want to be wealthy, or I want to be here in real estate. Why? I want to make money. Why you want to make money? You got to keep on drilling into that thing until you figure out what exactly is your reason. I don't want my kids to suffer if something happened to me. So I'm buying as many properties as possible so that if I pass the day tomorrow, my family is in a better shape than they were before I started real estate. That's my ultimate why. Because I don't care if I got every loan out there in my name. I don't care about the headaches. I care about my family winning at the end of the day. And if something happened to me tomorrow, hey, I have so many properties, and when I die, the insurance can pay them properties off, and now my family can live better based off of my situation, what I did, right? So you have to find your why, and I want to encourage you all to write these steps down because you need to figure out your why. See who all right, I hear some back feed, a whole bunch of all right, try to mute some people. All right, so that's the first thing. Try and figure out your why. This one, I didn't update this. This is from like I said, I usually do it the first beginning of the year. All right, and that's my why. Next thing is you need to write a commitment statement. Why are you committed to this? Tell yourself that I am committed. I blah blah blah. Hereby commit to this, whatever your goal is. Right now, you're holding yourself accountable. Now you're putting yourself in line to say that this is what I'm going to do. This is why I'm going to do it. Hey, I'll be honest with y'all. This information came from Bigger Pockets, right? Brandon Turner, I listen to him all the time. And that's where I got this idea from. The concept comes from Bigger Pockets, right? Make a commitment statement. A statement of commitment is a simple statement written in your own words that declares your intentions to make this year different, right? But whatever your goal is, why are you doing it? You must figure it out. You must write it down. This is don't only apply to real estate. This applies to everything, right? That's why I use the sample. I want my kids to go to a better school, right? So that means I got to live in a better neighborhood, or I got to have the transportation to get my children there. It's a whole bunch of stuff go with that. That's in between that, but that's the first part, right? Step 3, create a vision for your future, right? You got to see what it looked like, right? So a 5-year plan, 3-year plan, 1-year plan, half a 6-month plan, a quarterly plan for a year, a month plan, a week plan, a day plan, a half a day plan, right? So you have to, what is your vision? What do you see the future holding for you, right? When I started real estate, I wanted 5 houses. I had 5 kids with stepkids, right? When I first started real estate. So I wanted a house per kid because I said my plan is that whatever happened to me, I want my kids to have a house. If I die today tomorrow, I want them to have a house. So when I started, my goal was 5 houses. I know when I met my goals. Now, when you write that goal down, you got to say, hey, look, I want to have 5 houses in 5 years. So a house a year, right? Or whatever. You got to come up with your plan. But you need to look at your vision, think about what you want. I challenge everybody to do a vision board, right? A vision board. Go ahead and create one. It's awesome. It's something that if you put it on your phone and save it as a screenshot, if you put it on your wall, put it on your mirror in the bathroom, every morning give you something to look forward to because that's what you're working for. And that's the goal, to try and find something that motivates you. So identify that. All right, so this one right here is a little bit more detailed with the income part because I wanted rental properties, right? I wanted 5 houses, and you don't want 5 houses just to have houses, and you don't want 5 houses just to pay for them every month. You actually want income to come in, right? And you want it to be passive. So this is kind of how you can break down that stage. And this is stuff that I do every year. Every year I do this at the first beginning of the year. Right. So that's why you see 2020 there. I have a 2021. I just pulled this one up because I think that this is the time. It's 6 months in, guys. We're 6 months in the year. We're halfway done. If you set a goal in January, how far are you right now? How close are you to your goal? Have you surpassed your goal? Have you regrouped and made a new goal? So that's why I kind of wanted to go right here with this one, because I want folks that we got some people in the coaching group. I need them to set goals. So I said, you know what, we're giving them a service, but then the day they need, this is more of the service they need too, because we're telling them assignments, we're giving them stuff to do, They got to set goals every day and make it happen. They got to set goals and do that. And you have to do the same thing, right? In life, in anything, in a job, at your own business. And if your goal is to be independent and have passive income, you have to set, you got to know what it looked like. Then you got to set benchmarks in between, and you got to work to those benchmarks. That's how you know you're on track to get it, right? When you do GPS to a house, a car, GPS to somewhere, it's got an end place. And now you know you kicking off miles. You kicking off miles, right? You going through different states. Hey, if I'm going to California from Louisiana, hey, I got to go through Texas. I got to go through Arizona. I got to go maybe through Oklahoma. I may have to detour, go some other places, but you're getting there, right? So again, you have benchmarks and know I'm almost there. If you're not doing it in life, you're shortchanging yourself. If you're not doing it in your business, you're definitely not going to be a good business. You're not going to have a good business because you can't measure it. That's why I said measuring success. Measuring for success. That's the goal. All right. So that's kind of a little breakdown. I hope you wrote that down because that kind of helped you out. 5 years from now, I wanted to retire. So, hey, in 5 years at that moment in 2020, I'm on track for it. I am on track for it. I promise you that. But I wanted to know how many vacation days I want. You know, I have to look at what I'm today, and I got to look at what I want to be in the future. And then I got to go ahead and map out them benchmarks or KPIs, key performance indicators. It's a whole bunch of terms I can throw out there to say that, hey, I'm trying to get on path and stay on path, right? Your ideal day. So these are some things that jog your mind up when you think about your 5-year plan or your long-term plan or your end state. Another thing you can do, and this is something that's it's in the books on the 7 highly effective people. I want to say I forgot the thing. The 7 things of highly effective people. I can't think of the words. But nonetheless, I think in there they say write your obituary, right? Write your obituary. That's the ultimate end state. Everybody pretty much expect to pass, right? Everybody pretty much expect to pass one day. So they say write your obituary. What will somebody say about you at your obituary? If you write it down and you start living your life for them to write those things that you want them to say about you at your obituary, that's the ultimate end state, right? So, right, hey, that's it. Do it, right? So if you need help coming up with ideas short term, not that long term as an obituary, that's another way. But then you can do these short terms right here. Identifying some things of a perfect life, you know, what time you want to wake up, what you do with the people you love, what you do for fun, what you do about all these different stuff. So kind of ideas, right? Step 4, your 1-year goal. So this is playing off of 5, then it go down to 1 year because they try to make it, hey, you got a big picture, now you got a small picture when we did this. Right now, your picture is you got 6 months. That's what your long-term is. At the end of 2021, I want to accomplish these things. I'm going to give you your picture right now. That's what we need to do right now. By the end of 2021, I want to accomplish these things. That's your end state. That's your vision board right there. That's what you need to be thinking about. Now you need to start making, now you need to figure out how we can get there. You need to look at where you're at today, right now. Today, 6:14, almost 50% done, right? Almost 50% done at 6:15. If that map add up, I don't know. You got 31 days and you got 28 days some days. So them numbers may not add up. But we are halfway mark. We are 6 months and 14 days. This is where I'm at today. Where do I want to be if at December 31st, 2021? You need to write that down. You need to come up with your plan of action for what you want to be at. In real estate, hopefully, since you're on a real estate call, but in anything, right? You can do, they don't only deal with just real estate. They deal with anything. So I want to challenge you to do that for the next 6 months. Go ahead and do that. And for those folks in the coaching class, I need to challenge you to do that for your assignments. Write goals down, write the goals down. Hey, I'm gonna knock out this assignment on this day, but at this time, period. All right. All right, smart. I got ahead of myself. I'm sorry. All right, I'm too smart for my own good. Okay, y'all done got to laugh at that one. All right, right? Be specific, right? You want to be specific in what you're doing. You want to have it measurable. right? You want to have a time length, and then you want to have attainable. You want to make sure it's realistic. You want to make it relevant. It got to mean something to you, mean something to the person around you, and it got to be time bound, right? Anything without a time to it is a dream, right? It's a wish, it's a hope. Once you put a time to it, now you made it a goal, right? So buy a rental property is okay. That sounds cute, right? But buy a rental house for under $100,000 within 30 miles of my house that produces $200 a month cash flow by December 31, 2020 is much better. That's as specific as it can get, right? You can see it, you can touch it, it's attainable. Hey, I know when, how much money I'm making, when I'm gonna do it by, and I know I met my goal at that time, right? So please have smart goals, right? For your next 6 months. All right, so we're not gonna go into these. Well, you can break the 6 months down into a half and a half and a half. You can break it down in quarters, right? But I'm gonna let you look at this, and I'm just gonna click through it. But this is like for a year, but you still can do this, right? You can do 2 months here, 2 months there, 2 months, and then the end. You can break it down into a half like that, right? So we want you to be successful. And this is just showing you how to break it down again. So by August, by the end of August, I want to have 5 contracts on the houses, right? By the end of so it takes like 30 days to close on the house sometime. So by the end of October, September or whatever, look, I want to be closed on these properties, at least 3 of them. I want 5 contracts, want to close on 3 of them. And then I want to start remodeling 1 of them, right? So it's just a plan of action, benchmarks. All right. So remember I told you, you go from 5, they went from 5 years to 1 year to quarterly, then they go into weekly. Define your weekly process. All right. Everybody pretty much love a pie, right? Whether it be a piece of pie, whether it be a apple pie, whether it be whatever kind of pie. But you don't eat a pie with 1 bite. You eat a pie in 1 slice at a time and you bite off of it, right? Or you get a spoon and you get 1 spoon and get so much of it at one time, or a fork or whatever. So we're just trying to break that pie down into biteable sizes. We try and break down the whole goal into something that's obtainable, easier to do, and not going to hurt you or anyone else. And that's solid right there. Step 6 right there, right? Define your weekly process. Every day you should be doing something towards your goal. Every day you should be doing something towards your goal. Every day you should be doing something towards your goals, whether it be for real estate, whether it be for your significant other, whether it be for your kids, whether it be for your job, whether it be for your savior, whether it be from whomever. Every day you should be doing something towards your goals. If you got a goal, work towards it, achieve it, regroup, and revisit, and recreate a new goal, right? So wake up 30 minutes early to scan the MLS. Some folks may do that. Some folks may want to listen to real estate podcasts while you're driving your car. Guys, you get a car and me, you listen to real estate. You barely ever. If you ain't listening to real estate, you may be listening to some music, but I got my earplug in my ear, or my headset in my ear, and I'm listening to real estate. I mean, when I work out, I'm listening to real estate. I listen to real estate all day, every day, just to keep me sane, because guess what? If you want to be successful in something, you have to try and become a subject matter expert at that thing. All right. You want to interact with others. You want to be around people that like you, right? You're the sum total of the people you hang around, right? You're the sum total of the people that money they make. If they make this type of money, if they all making only $1,000 a week, right? Then you're going to probably make somewhere up in $1,000 a week. But if you hang around people that make $1 million a week, guess what? 9 times 10, you're going to be making similar to them. I ain't going to say $1 million a week, but you'll be making something similar to them, because you're going to be around like-minded people that's going to pull you into what they got going on and going to feed you that information. And then you're going to start doing things differently, right? So you got to be around like-minded people. You got to analyze 1 property per day, right? So that's a goal. That's one of the goals. If you're looking at properties and analyzing them, you get really good at analyzing deals. If you writing contracts all the time for people, right, you get really good at writing contracts. And once you start doing stuff over and over again, it becomes second nature and easy to do. So funnel, guys, a funnel is really all we're doing in real estate, in life, in everything, right? Stuff got to come through some way, right? You get your leads, whether it be a buyer, whether it be a seller, whether it be a private money investor, that's your lead, right? Then you get a deal to analyze to say, hey, this is what we can do for this person. Is how you analyze a deal, right? Then you say, okay, then here go the terms. That's the offer, the terms. This is what we got in place. Then you're going to close the deal, right? You're going to close the deal either by wholesaling the deal to someone else, buying the property for yourself, right? Or finding someone that fix and flipping the property to someone else, right? Or burr the property, flip the property or fix the property, however you want to say it, but keep the property, fix and keep. That's what I call it, fix and keep, right? The burr. So you got to have something coming in. People got to know who you are. People got to know what you do. People got to know what you're about so they can come to you. Once they come to you, they're going to bring deals. Then you got to analyze the deal, whether it be a private lender saying, hey, man, look, I want to just give you money and you go make the deal and I want to make money on my money. Well, okay, then cool. How much money you want to make out of your money? Because they may say they want to make $1,000 off of $50. Or they may say they want to make crumbs, but they just want their money to stay moving, right? And they don't mind doing that. Then you have to make the offer, make the terms, come up with the terms, come up with the agreement, come up with everything, write it out, make it clear. Then you close the deal. That's how you make money in real estate, period. All right, so pretty much this is just breaking it down again on the process of what you're doing. This was based off a year, but this gonna be, you can still do this now based off a weekly and daily process. What is your weekly and daily process? What are you doing? Right. And I told you I got it from Bigger Pocket. I want to give Brandon Turner much love. I paid the money to be a part of Bigger Pocket. So that's another, I think $400 a year that I pay just to be a part of that group, to be around like-minded people and get this type of information so I can share with other folks, right? For free. 7, okay, you're playing. So you got to plan your week out. You got to plan it out. Finally arrive to the point that you break down goals and execution. So once you got your goals, you got to break down how you're going to meet it. Once you got your other goal, you got to break down how you're going to meet it, right? You got to come with a plan of action. Like I told you, wake up every morning, work towards each goal, and knock them out, right? Knock them out. Plan your week out ahead of time. I normally what I do is I knock out 3 things a day. I try to knock out 3 things personally and 3 things business. 3 things for work and 3 things business. That's my personal business, right? If I can knock out 3 things a day, look how much farther I am in a week. 3 times 7, that's 21 things done in a week. Then you do 21 times 4, which is a month, right? Look how much more further I am than the next person and I. So this is about mindset and about changing some of your habits, developing better habits, or developing a productive habit, shall I say, not better habits, productive habits, right? Looking at TV every day, sitting down, chilling, resting. I get out of work. No, not for me, right? I want more out of life, so I got to work hard so I can retire in 5 years. It's a goal. It's an end state. All right, so you got to commit yourself to that weekly plan. This is an example how you can time block, and well, I'm gonna show you time blocking later on, but this is how you kind of commit yourself. I think I will hold my plan. Yeah. Okay. So they say meet with each other, plan your meeting out to yourself, have a meeting to meet with all the other stuff you want to do, right? So it's pretty cool. I think somewhere here, okay, time blocking. I don't want to get ahead of myself. I ain't looked at this thing since the first of the year, but I do remember it because I've done it a couple of times. All right, so they're just basically, hey, you gotta schedule your stuff that you want to do. If it's important, schedule it, right? That's really all it's saying. All right. All right, yeah, that's pretty much that. All right, now, okay. I thought one of them, I may overlooked it. I may did go past it. One of them, if you don't do what you committed to do, you have to pay money to somebody you want to pay money to, or give to a charity more than what you're gonna give at first, right? That's what one of them was. So it was kind of interesting, and that's why I started laughing, because it gives you a penalty for not doing what you're supposed to do. I think that was that. I don't know. I ain't seeing it. Planning a date with it. Oh yeah, yep. That's what it. I knew it. Yep. I have to donate money. A meaningful sum to an organization or something that you despise. So that's kind of a way to kind of, some folks need negative reinforcement. Some folks need something like, oh, somebody behind me ain't finna get me, so I gotta do this because of that. You know what I'm saying? Some folks need some extra motivation. So that I knew it. That's why I started smiling. Man, look, I've done this too many times now. All right, cool. So that's basically if you don't do it. So time blocking, time blocking, time blocking. Guys, this is, I promise you, you get so much more done. You get so much more done. I had to learn at work, do not answer emails in the morning. Read emails, do not answer them. If you answer them, know who you're answering. Because if you answer the emails to people that want to take up your whole day go to them. So what I started doing is read the emails when I first get to work, do a couple of actionable steps to prep them, go to lunch, take care of my personal business at lunch, come back from lunch, knock out a couple of those actions. And then that evening around about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock is when I start calling people back or actioning their actions. Why do I do that? By 5 o'clock, they got to be out of work. They're not going to take up my whole day no more. They only getting 2 hours to an hour before they start emailing me back 5 times, 20 times, whatever. Or they start calling me on my phone, or they start saying, hey, can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? I mean, that's how I kind of do it, right? Kind of helps me out, line up everything. So with real estate, you may want to come up with a time that, hey, early in the morning when you're working out, maybe you want to be making some text messages, or while you're working out on treadmill, looking at Facebook or posting stuff on Facebook or posting little stuff on social media to get some people excited. So when they all day long, they can look at it and they can start commenting on it. And then at lunchtime, maybe you want to recap that or re-text or engage them. And then at the end of the day, maybe then you're making phone calls to them people and saying, hey, those people and doing what you have to do to close, get a contract or get something done. All right, so those are just some examples. If you can't track what you're doing, that's the other part of that. Yep, you can't measure what you're doing if you're not tracking it, right? If you're just doing actions and not recording what you're doing, it's not measurable. You only see how far you got, but you don't know where you're falling off at. You don't know where you're making mistakes at. You don't know which days you're slipping on what you're supposed to be doing. So record, write, track. So in this your funnel again. This is the easy way to know it. Am I generating leads, right? It's like by weeks right here. Week 1, how many leads I generated by the activity I'm doing? It's measurable. Okay, how many deals have I analyzed, right? How many offers have I made? How many offers have I accepted? Right? This is how you get to the closing table on everything. You have to generate leads, you got to analyze deals, and you got to make offers, and you got to write contracts and get the contracts accepted. Period. In real estate. I don't care what part of the real estate you're doing. You got to do those things because you got to have a contract in place. Remember Williams answer for here. All right. So this is just me throwing, I guess, a handle out there. Oh, this is me throwing a handle out there. Hey, you got people out there that know stuff, that don't mind helping. I mean, y'all on the call, that's what you're on the call for. Me just trying to throw it out there, right? Help you out. All right, so that ain't important. All this stuff about me, how to get in touch with me. Y'all know how to get in touch with me. All right, so just that's really the presentation. At the end, for those who don't know, who never met me before, I have affiliates programs because I done worked with some people. So Deal Evaluator, they got free trials if you ever want to do that one. Right, you got private money teaching right there. You have Funding Grow, awesome, phenomenal program. They basically do it for you. They do all the legwork for you to get money, right? To get money. They're gonna give you some business lines of credit, and that money is your money, right? And it's all in your business. And sometimes they use your personal credit to help build up your business credit so it can be higher. So when you got that cash credit right here, when you got that money available, it's a 12-month process. Definitely take advantage of it, right? Take advantage of it. So more links to just teach you more about Funding Grow, right? Just more links to teach you more about Funding Grow. But look at that 0%. 0% interest. And that's sometimes from 6 months to 24 months. From 6 months to 24 months. So imagine you have a house. You just got this, just bought put a contract on the house, and you're gonna do a fix and flip. And all the merchandise you're buying for that house is from the credit card, the business credit card, with 0% interest. You just got to pay your monthly note. You serve the monthly note. Why do you need a hard money lender then? You don't need them. Use your money to build a house and do all the work on the house and pay for everything. Refinance the house or fix and sell a house to somebody else. You get all the money back and you pay no interest, right? You didn't pay any interest. Awesome deal. I can't say it no sweeter than that. Now, I didn't say you're using the money, the credit card to compensate the acquire the house. You can do that. Then you're gonna pay some interest, but you can use your own other funds. You got RAs. You have a home a HELOC, a home equity line of credit. You have retirement accounts that you can use to buy the house. You have private money people that probably can use to buy the house, get the house, and then you do all the work on the house with that. Paying a contract, you probably got the private money to pay the contractor. So it's so many ways to make that happen, right? Quicken Books. If you got a business, you should have Quicken Book. I don't care. You get the $5 Quicken Book. It's called $5 or $6, whatever. It's cheap, but it track your mileage. You can do invoices. It track your bank account. Everything go in, everything go out. At the end of the year, you can just mash print, or save as PDF and send to your tax person. I mean, it's a no-brainer. Quicken Book, and then you write it off. So you use it the whole year and you write it off. All right, that's all I got. So I'm gonna open the floor up. Good, great time. At 9:32, the floor is open. I wanted to do this because it's half the year, and I think it was time. I told Joe I was kind of tired. I was like, man, I'm tired. I'm drained. I had a lot going on last week. But wow. Oh, somebody been trying to call and get in. Oh, I guess the internet was acting up. Oops. All right, sorry. All right, the floor is open. Go ahead and unmute your mic and we can talk. Questions and answering. Gonna be an early night. Did y'all find it? Is the information helpful?
I got something for you, LT.
What's up, man? Talk to me.
All right, because you know I'm like so different from well, we're the same yet we're still different in our philosophies, our approach. Here's my thing, brother. I say, man, take those goals and shove them. Like, get rid of that crap, because until you move your feet, you're gonna continue to be stuck in that quicksand.
Yeah.
Now, this is just me. I believe in taking action. I'm like Grant Cardone. Hey, take massive action. If you screw up, so what? Make some corrections. Get back on your horse and do it over. That's how I am. I think if we're sharing with these guys, hey, get your goals in place. Hell, they still don't know what they're doing yet. So with having goals and not knowing what you're doing, like, does that make sense?
If your goal is to learn somehow, if they ain't gonna take no actions, because you gotta go take action. That's your goal, right? Take action. I'm gonna take action. I don't care if I make mistakes. I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do.
If you see it as a goal, you know what I mean? Take action. My goal personally didn't get defined until I started taking action.
True.
You know what I mean? Yeah, until I started taking action. At first, it was just, I was just hoping that what I threw against the wall stuck. You know what I mean? But I had to get out of my comfort zone. So I think if people are going to make a goal to get out of your damn comfort zone. That's just me. Get out of your comfort zone, unless that's just not the style of investor you want to be. If you want to be the, hey, let me hold your hand, come through LT school of real estate investing. I'll change your diaper if you make a little boo-boo. I want to play it safe, which you can still play it safe, but you can't do, you won't be able to achieve everything that you set out to achieve. And I think if your goals are just unattainable, not smart, not measurable, we just screw ourselves. We just flat out screw ourselves. Whenever I set goals for myself, I got stressed, but I figured out I was supposed to be stressed. But when you start now, you set these goals and you get stressed, what are you gonna do? You're gonna jump out the boat and drown. So I personally think, man, screw those goals. Goals. My goal, hey, secure my first deal.
Make it easy.
If you're in real estate, secure my first deal. That's my goal. Goal without an S. Secure my first deal. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm gonna have to do it by taking some action, by talking to people, by researching, by asking questions, by starting an actual process. So I'm not saying I'm right, not saying you're wrong, but what I am sharing with the folks is, hey, any goals that they've set out before in their other careers, hell, I mean, I wonder how they turned out, versus the ones that they took action, made some corrections, some adjustments, redefined some things, and then got to where they were at. So guys, it's the same process. So it's like who's on the call? I don't even know who's on the call. Let's see. Let me call out somebody. I don't mean calling out somebody in a bad way. I just want to ask a question. SL is a business, man. SL has more businesses than you got kids, LT. You know what I mean? we know you got a mini football team over there. So
hey, man, basketball.
SL, basketball with a couple subs. hey, meanwhile, I'm just trying to have a 6 man of the year, man. You over here with a whole squad. But all jokes around. But yeah. SL, he's a businessman. This guy has more experience than I do in business. So SL, what are your thoughts when it comes to like setting goals?
Well, I mean, I do have my point of view on setting goals. Just make sure you have milestones prior to that goal. So you got to give yourself a relief, meaning if your goal is to do X, Y, Z, right? So my goal is to run 2 miles. Well, guess what? When I get to that mile point, I'm going to have something at that mile point, maybe a water, a Gatorade. Hey, look, I made a mile, and that's a milestone, because getting to that 2 miles is a long distance. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like doing college. You got a 4-year degree, but if you stop and get that associate, you say, hey, I got something. I accomplished something. So when you set goals, make sure they're realistic and they are achievable, and set some milestones. And that's my take on that.
All right. So SL, do you run and operate your business by goals? Or are you like, your goals just, do you have one big goal and then some small mini goals?
That is correct. You gotta have the small ones, because if it takes you a long time to get to that big goal, you will burn out, and then you get turned off. You see a lot of people do other stuff because that goal was so far out, and they didn't see any progress.
And what? Give me one of your businesses that you have right now.
So you said one of my business, and my microphone went down. What do you say?
Yeah. Well, one of the business you have, not that X-rated one. I want one that's legit.
Well, I mean, we just started a new one that's a logistics company. I mean, what in particular you need me to spill out on you?
Oh well, I just didn't want the one that I was gonna find you on Pornhub, but because I know.
No, my mama won't allow that.
Hey, but look. So you just started a logistic company, right? So how long has this company been in existence?
Roughly right at anywhere from 6 months to a year. So it's a new company, but I just started.
All right, so 6 months to a year, you got a logistics company. Well, why in the heck are you here on the real estate call?
Knowledge is power.
Okay. So is it knowledge, power, or applied knowledge?
Well, it all depends on your perspective, because I remember LT said, hey, you're gonna have to get your feet in, you're gonna stand back on the side, you're gonna jump in. When you're gonna jump in, hey, timing is everything. It's kind of like double dutch. You see them ropes going, they going, everything moving real fast. You jump in at the wrong time, hey, you got to start over. If you time it just right and jump in, then you can do a couple skips, you can spin around, you do what you got to do and jump out.
So is your plan to create businesses and sell those suckers when you jump out, or are you just gonna like want to hold them long term?
Well, you got to see where it takes you, and that's like with any business venture. You got to put in the effort to get the results. If you don't put in the effort, you get what you put in. It's pretty much like any other business. If you put in minimal effort, you get minimal results. So when you apply and you focus, and you can't have like several things going at one time. You got to, I mean, if you're gonna do real estate, you got to focus on real estate, because you can make one mistake to set you back a pretty good amount financially and other ways, you know.
Okay, I got you. I follow you. You led me nowhere, SL. You led me nowhere. Give me the raw. I want to. You led me nowhere, man. Hey, like you teaching me like I'm LT, man. No, you like grab me by the hand. You push me down and say, look, this is what you got to do. You know what I mean? You got some of us. That's the type of like that. That's the type of goal that and motivation I need. Like, nah, sucker. You know, this is what you got to do.
Well, and there's no set outline on doing one particular business or another. So you got to have a little flexibility in there, and you don't want to have an iron fist, because you could turn people off and run people away. And basically, you want to lure people in to get them to do some good positive stuff and show them what's going on. So every business is different, and it's like my towing business. Now it's kind of, you rule that with an iron fist. You know, your vehicle on the impound, you got to pay that bill and cry about it later. You know, but real estate is totally different, and it's more finesse, I think, in real estate, if that's helping any.
Okay, so you're on the call. Your goal is just to obtain knowledge.
Well, that's not necessarily my goal. That's not my goal. I was just giving you a blanket. Are you asking me my particular goal for me myself?
Yeah, right now with the real estate, what's like your goal?
Well, I definitely will be acquiring some property here in the near future, and I may be in a position to put up some money to support a venture. So it all depends on how things go.
So what's the near future to you? Acquiring property. What is that?
Well, I guess I'm a different type of person, because I can't tell you what I'm gonna do, because I don't have that. When I say that, meaning if you tell people your plans, they can be interrupted. So my plan, I keep close hold what I'm doing, you know, and I'm not trying to be crass, but I don't do a lot of sharing my plans, if that makes sense.
Okay, I understand, but you know, I understand. Actually, I don't understand, because I don't operate and move that way. Um, and that's when you share, you know, our perspectives are different. So, but I'm not like, my understanding is we're different. You know, that's my understanding. What I'm asking you is that you said in the near future, what does the actual near future looks like to you? Because near future could be within the next 5 minutes. You know, it could be within the next 5 months. It could be within the next 5 years for you. So what does the actual near future look like?
So I guess I'm trying to figure out the question you asking me, and so I guess we would probably need to chat about it, because I'm trying to figure exactly what you're asking.
So you know, what I'm asking is, you said that, you know, hey, in the near future, you plan on acquiring some properties, right? So what I'm asking you is like, hey,
Right.
what's the near future? Like you should feel boldly enough to say, hey, my near future is within the next 3 months, within the next 6 months, within the next 9 months, within the next year.
Well, my like I say, my near future and my stuff is on a sliding scale. So I'm not the typical, I guess, um,
Okay.
investor. If because my stuff's on a sliding scale, I may have something going with this venture that I'm working, and then I have a little more flexibility with my capital versus on the next venture. And doing federal contracts, hey, you never know when they release the check. Hey, it's on and popping. So
Gotcha. All right. So let me ask anybody else on here. Does that make any sense to anybody? Does anybody else disagree with that like I do? I'm the type to where I believe is like, hey, look, I'm gonna set my goal. Hey, I don't care who knows it. Look, you either gonna join or get stepped on. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel. So is anyone else out here who kind of has my take, or am I just like foolish and more people are like SL?
I like it. I just don't think I'm at that point in real estate.
What part do you like?
The part where you're so sure that you can close the deal or get the deal.
Okay. Right. I like it. I mean, cause that's an aggressive attitude. Where we're from, that's like what do they call it? The Black Mamba mentality, Kobe Bryant, mentality. That's the mentality that I carry over into real estate. This is my ball game. You know what I mean? Hey, I step on the court. Hey, I couldn't shine this dude's shoes. But hey, look, you step in the ring with me on the real estate side. Hey, I'm a boss. At least that's how I look at it and view it. So I take the aggressive approach, which like, hey, like screw you, like, dude, this is my goal. This is what I'm gonna do. I ain't hiding it from nobody. I'm coming to seek and destroy. You can call me Satan all you want, but that's what I'm coming to do. Seek and destroy. Take what I say is mine. And so it and you can sabotage. All right, spend your energy doing that. Yeah, I could, hurt. All right, but hell, it ain't gonna be the first time nor last time. But what I'm asking is like, hey, is there anybody else out there that has like more of a SL style? Hey, you know what? I'm gonna take my time. I'm going to, dot my I's, cross my T's, and I'm gonna slow roll this thing. Or is it, or am I crazy for having this? Like, look, like the gasoline. Look, we gotta go. Anybody think I'm crazy?
I
don't think you're
crazy.
crazy.
I know you.
I think mainly like I think people just work differently. So that I'm kind of the same way. Like when it comes to stuff, I just prefer to just try and do and iterate from there. But like my wife's different. She likes to plan and figure out, get everything ready before she like does something. So, I don't think there's a right or wrong way to do it. I think it's, different strokes for different folks. So I don't know that there's no wrong way to go about it.
Right. I agree with that. There's no wrong way, but it's definitely a slow way to go wrong. To go about it. Right. It's like I shared. Hey, I want to be considered the Kobe Bryant of this thing. Kobe Bryant was making, I don't know, $40 million a year on the court. No telling what that sucker was making off the court. Let's say, let me speak of someone that's still living. LeBron James, making 40 million on the court, and no telling what he's making off the court. So I mean, he puts in the time, energy, effort, training nonstop to be the great. But then, hey, you do have the Phil Jacksons or the Robert Ory's, those that aren't the greats, but they're always in the right place at the right time. You know what I mean? Always in the right place at the right time with the right team. And hey, he's the most one of the most winningest players of all time when it comes to NBA championships. So, but for me, it's I'm sorry. Let me address what you shared, Tremaine, about your wife. It makes perfect sense. We expect women to be more organized and structured and cautious and just systematic than what men are. Men by nature, we're barbaric. We're just like, shoot, hey, look, give me my bowl, give me my plate, give me my fork and utensils, and let me eat. Women know, hey, look, let me separate your carbs, let me separate your protein, your veggies. Us, I eat my oatmeal and eggs as hog slop. Lack of better words. I throw it all in there, I scramble it up, and hey, boom, I eat it. But when the wife would make it, it's separate. I got a bowl for my oatmeal, and I got a plate for my eggs, and hell, and I even get some bacon or something. So we expect them to be more organized. But when it comes to the goal setting, I appreciate your feedback on that. I appreciate that sales feedback. But hey, look, I'm tired of like getting on a call and we're asking, hey guys, look, what can we do to help you guys move your feet? What can we do to help you guys move your feet? It's a lot of time, energy, and effort. I want to be around and associated with risk takers, doers. And SL brought up a point. He said, you know what? Hey, I plan on acquiring some properties, for myself in the near future, but I'm also prepping to joint venture with some folks. So for those of us that are on here that have some experience, a little bit of experience, or looking for some experience, hey, now we have a potential financial contributor. So we should be automatically putting our plans in place if this is what we want to do. If this is what we want to do. You guys have goals at work. I have goals at work. And my goal is the same everywhere: to destroy all competition. To destroy all competition. Destroying all competition for me looks like taking what I want. You can have the leftovers. Taking what I want. So what I'm sharing, guys, hey, if I'm a little bit too aggressive, my approach is a little bit harsh. For you guys, hey, that's something that you guys have to deal with, right? If I'm speaking. And if you guys are too soft, too slow, too nonchalant for me, that's something I have to deal with if you guys are speaking. I want to be around folks who say goals, look, they're meant to be crushed. They're not to be achieved. They're meant to be crushed. Increase your targets, you'll increase your production every single time. Every single time. If your goal is one deal, hey, look, talk to 20 people, not one person. If your goal is to make $1,000 this month, hey, look, you ain't gonna make it by working 1 hour. You're gonna have to work several hours. So increase your target, increase your energy, increase your efforts. LT, I know you got something to say.
Oh, nah, man. You look, you giving it to them the devil advocate way. You just playing the raw man. Did anybody hear Kevin on the phone? Kevin? Y'all don't know Kevin is? Kevin.
No.
I referred somebody named Kevin a while back.
Nah, I'm talking about he know who I'm talking about. Y'all know who I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, hey, I'm getting off the phone, man. Hey, I gotta go to the grocery store.
That's what I heard on the phone tonight, but
I'm not fooling with you, man. I'm not fooling with you, man. Look, I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that, man.
Hey, you can't mute. Hey, look, you can't mute me. But guys, the only thing that we try to do is he trying to see, he was trying to with SL, he didn't mean no harm. He was trying to really just see what motivation was, right? He was trying to ask the questions to find out motivation levels. And at the end of the day, like you said, he's aggressive. He's more, that's why he's making the big bucks that he make, because he go after stuff the way he go after it, right? And then you got folks like Tremaine said, they're slow and steady and roll and take a dip and dab. You know, I do that. I dip and dab, right? But and starting that coaching class was scary, right? Because like, man, this is this uncomfortable, right? Putting all the stuff together was uncomfortable. Everything's uncomfortable. Guys, get uncomfortable. You know, right now, just find your motivation to take action. At the end of the day, Joe said over 100 times that, man, go. But he set a goal to do this. He set a goal to do that. Once you make a plan, you have to make a plan and you got to work it through, right? You can call that goal, that plan, or whatever you want to be, but you got to take action. That's what he's really stressing. He'll text me the whole time he'll talking. So he'll tell me, man, just follow my lead, y'all. Hey, it's real, y'all. He is serious about his aggressiveness. That's true. That's a fact. However, and that's why he get what he get, right? He gets a lot of nice products and he get them at a great rate because he have that personality, he have that communication skill, he have the knowledge behind him, and he know what he wants. He know what he wants, right? And like he said, a lot of folks don't know what they want on this call. So the first thing you got to do is figure out what you want and figure out why. And again, that's getting back to setting goals. I mean, at the end of the day, you can call it whatever you want at the end of the day. You got to know what you're trying to do at the end of the day, and you got to start moving forward. So guys, thank you for being on this call. We at 9:57. We still made it. Looking forward to you next week. Getting on the call, we'll have some more information. We'll be giving out some more information for you, but we do want folks to start taking action. The year is almost over with. If you ain't did a deal yet, you know, that's 6 months gone. It's gone. It ain't coming back. Now we got 6 months forward. Let's start figuring out how we can make money together. Let's figure out how we can move forward together, and not just through only these teachings right here, but actually through real, actual actions. So set whatever plan you have in place, and let's start moving forward with it together. Let's figure it out. Let's do it. Let's get uncomfortable, Terry. Terry, you already looked up houses. You already seeing stuff. You already bringing the information. Keep doing what you're doing. It's going to pay off in the long run. And you're going to be one of them heroes that come back and say, yeah, I was uncomfortable at first, but God doggone it, I'm happy being uncomfortable. I'm happy being uncomfortable because when I'm uncomfortable, I get uncomfortable results, which is good money, right? When you start getting paid the amount of money, you're like, I can't believe I'm making this type of money, right? That's uncomfortable making. Sometimes it's uncomfortable to be successful, right? So get to that point, guys. Let's take some action. That's all I got. Anybody got any closing remarks? Anything else you want to say before we get off? Hearing none. I hope y'all have a great evening, and talk to y'all next week, and invite somebody.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Good night.
Night.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.